Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm bringing you more videos from people that are actually experiencing happiness in marriages. Yeah, so it's happening to people. There are people out there that genuinely enjoy their spouses. They're building happy homes, their children are happy, everybody around them knows too that they're experiencing happiness. So let's listen to what this woman has got to say about her happy home.
I wish somebody was really being honest about what being happily married looked like. Me and my husband been married for 8 years, and I feel like this is the first year I feel like we've been happily married, if you know what I mean. First year, I feel like we had our walls built up, and honestly, if you don't ever deal with those things, they stay up. For one time, I was talking to my friend, and she's been married for like maybe 13 years, and she was like, man, I feel like I'm going to divorce my husband every year. I mean, every month. And I was like, every month? And she was like, yeah, girl. So I went home and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But honestly, I found out real quick how much truth that was, how much wisdom that was. If your partner is not pushing you, right? Pushing your buttons, pushing these things, because your marriage, I've already said this, is not meant to have you being happy all the time. It's meant to make you holy, which means we're supposed to get closer to God, get more like Him, be more at peace like Him, be more loving like Him, be more Christ-like. We are called to higher. And if you never get to that point where your partner doesn't just push your buttons, and in reality, when you pray, God, change my circumstance, and God changes your heart, that's the key to being happily married. You can look at your partner and realize you've been through all these things that were meant to break you, but y'all are still together. All these things that were really pulling y'all apart, but you still choose each other. See, all these things that were meant to literally still kill and destroy, and God's like, oops, swooped in every single time and brought y'all back together. That's what happily marriage looks like. Being like, honey, how can I help you? What do you need? That's the key about being happily married. It's not I, but we. Clock it.
She makes a lot of sense. Like I said in one other video, that I'm not married, but I've been trying to relate my single life, the things I do with people around me, even with my family members, my siblings, and my friends. And like I'm trying to relate to that, the way I am with them, how that can easily be the way I can also be in a marriage or with somebody's son, because this guy is gonna get married and it's gonna be a happy one. And so there are times that my brother, because I currently live with my brother and my mom, there are times that my brother annoys me to no end. But I've never thought that, oh, I don't want to be your sister anymore. That has never come to my mind, like ever. I mean, like ever. But does he annoy me? Yes. Does it get me angry? Yes. But also realize that the happy times are more than the times that I'm not happy with him. And I would choose him to be my brother over and over again. So I've tried to also view marriage in that light. So that means that when we are, because my brother and I, like, we think alike. We think alike a lot. Me and my brother would think alike. So we can easily be mistaken that, oh, this person is me and I'm him. So so that I've also been equating that, okay, if I can get somebody that I think alike, we think alike, our values align, we align in a lot of things. That means marriage can be easy. I already know the way you are when a situation comes up, what your answer is going to be. And it takes practice. So I didn't come to that realization overnight, or we didn't come to that place overnight. It took years of knowing each other, you know, you know, a lot of back and forth. But now in our adulthood, we've come to realize that, oh, I know you, I've come to know you so much. So the same way applies to marriage. So that's what she's saying. So there will be a time when the thing is not happy, where everybody is not, things are not going well. But that means when you start, fighting those wars that you build, because we are coming from different backgrounds. So when you've come to know yourself over time, you now realize that, okay, this is what my husband is going to answer in this. And when your husband shows up, it's exactly what your husband is going to say, because you guys have taken time to know yourselves. You didn't hide yourself. You guys have actually been naked before each other, unashamed. I just hope I'm passing my thought across rightly, the way it is in my head. Because there is no happy marriage without any work. There's no happy marriage without any sacrifice. If you're intending to just show up and do nothing and expect happiness, mm, 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 you're going to be experiencing heartbreak. Serious one at that. So anybody you see enjoying marriage, know that they've put in a ton of work. There is no luck in that. Is but a lady will say, "Oh, she was lucky to have married or to be experiencing a good marriage." I said, "No, there is something you are doing in that marriage that's making it work. The minute you stop doing it, after time, you'll notice that there will be a friction, whether you like it or not, and that's the whole gospel truth." But let's see what people in the comments are saying. Imagine somebody saying, "This is a terrible advice. You went through 7 years of unhappiness in your life, and you think because you are on 1 year of happiness, you found the key. I just think that life should be hard, but your spouse should be the key, making life better and happy." No, no, I don't believe it. I don't agree to that. Being miserable for 7 years just sounds like incompatibility, and then you both just settled into that as your new normal. I may be misunderstanding your point in the video. Yeah, I think you just did. What she's saying that she finally realized, just like I'm saying that it took me and my brother years of understanding each other. Now we are in a happy place. Not because we've settled, no. We've come to realize this person, this is the way this person think. And I understand this person to a large extent, so I will not go out of my way to make this person miserable. So now we can now know what to, we align on things. I don't know how to explain it, but when you know person, when you know somebody, you now know how to approach that person. You know when to meet that person for some certain things, because you know that you've understood their radars, how they are on certain days. You know how best to approach them or when to approach them. That is what understanding is. And because you've learned to communicate your thoughts. So there are people that in the first few years of their marriage, they're always encountering difficulties. After a while, they will now understand themselves better. They will now start enjoying their marriage. There are also people that while they're dating, they did all that work while they're dating. That the first few years of their marriage, they're enjoying it because they've already done the work in their dating phase. So if you don't do that work in your dating phase and you come into marriage, you are going to encounter difficulties. Somebody might be asking me, "Oh, how do you know you're not married?" I'm not married, but this is common knowledge. In dating, if you enjoy, if you, you know, you guys take bulk of your time to talk, communicate, talk and talk and talk and talk, hash everything out. It's common knowledge. I don't know if you guys get my point. So she's not giving a bad advice, but of course I understand what she's trying to say. Because someone like me, my first few years of marriage is not gonna be a hard one the way people make it sound. Because while we are dating, oh God, we are going to talk. We are going to talk. And is that the same principle I've applied? I apply in every aspect of my life, and it works very well for me. Which is why I say, like, my life right now, I'm going to apply the way I'm living, the same way I'm going to get married. I'm going to apply it to my marriage, and I know it's going to work very well for me because I see it working for me, even while I'm as a single girl, in my friendship, even my relationship with my mom, my relationship with my sister, my relationship with my brother, and it has been working so well for me. So that's what she's saying. I don't know. Maybe that's what I understood from what she's saying. They didn't do the work while they were single, so now it took them 7 years to do that work. But now they're now in a happy place because they've finally been able to understand each other. They've finally been able to do that work. Someone else said, "Bingo, married 11 years, and I swear we weren't locked in till like year 5. The first 5 years was war. The enemy hates marriage and would tear it apart." Very simple. This is somebody that guessed what she was saying. Somebody else now said, "Hmm. As a happily married woman, I don't know how I feel about this message. Wanting to get divorced every month isn't normal. Where are all the things pulling you apart? We are a team, it's us against any issues. I just don't think I would stay in a marriage where I spent 7 of the 8 years unhappy. I don't believe that would be God's will for my life." So this person is also not getting the point, but I also get the point this person is making because I get the point the two of them are making, if that makes sense. So people that make or people that did the work while dating and they're enjoying their marriage early on will not understand why what are you saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Like someone like me, I'm going to enjoy every step of my marriage. Yes. So I will not. So I will not be like, what did you do while you were dating? But of course, I also understand because if you don't do the work while you're dating, you will not do the work while you get why when you're in marriage. And yes, the enemy does not like marriage. It's a common knowledge. We all know that by now. He fights marriages. He fights it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.